G'day guys, Steve with Broken Sprocket. In this video, we're going to be working on the Suzuki RM125 frame. We're going to be going through it, paint stripping it, getting it down to bare metal, removing all the rust that's on it, and giving it another coat of paint. So, let's get started. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint strip this frame back to bare metal. There's a lot of grease and oil and stuff like that on the frame, so I'm just going to use a little bit of wax and grease remover to remove those oily sections. I'm not going to go too mad on it because it is going to be paint stripped. The paint stripper is going to make a real lot of mess of the frame, so I'm not too worried because there's going to be a lot of work in removing the paint stripper. Alright, just a little bit of wax and grease remover on a rag just to remove this oily residue so the paint stripper will just bite into it just a little bit better. As I said, I'm not going to go too mad with this because the paint stripper is going to make a lot of mess as well. I just want to get the majority of the oil and the grease off the frame. Okay, now that I've got most of the grease off of the frame, I'm just going to get some paint stripper and brush it on nice and even over the frame and let the paint stripper destroy all the paint and tear it off. And once that's off there, then I can clean the paint stripper off and really start getting this frame up nice. Okay, when it comes to paint stripper and pretty much any other chemicals, you really do want to be in a well ventilated area. It's extremely windy today, so I've shut the door to just a small gap. But when you put the paint stripper on, try and put it on in a nice even coat. When it comes to paint stripping, there's not really much fun to be had. Just got a bit of scourer pad here. I'm going to start just scuffing it up a bit. You may have to paint strip it a couple of times to get it all off, but I'm just going to start scuffing it up like this, and it's removing it fairly well. Okay, I've done one coat off and scrubbed it off. It's coming off 50%-ish. I'm going to put another coat of the paint stripper on there, and I also found that the wire brush did a fairly good job of getting in between these type of welded areas and getting it out fairly well. So I'm going to throw another coat of the paint stripper on there. Alright, I've got all the paint stripping done now. It's just a matter of taking it right back to the shiny metal and get it ready for paint. Alright, there's been a heap of work that's gone into this chassis. I've just got to give it a real good clean down now, get it ready for some paint. But the amount of work that went into this chassis is, if I had a sandblaster I definitely would have done that, but I don't have one and I want to do all the work myself. So yeah, heaps of work went into this. This has taken a day and a half just to get it to this point. So I'm going to give it a good clean up now and get it ready for some paint. Alright, just cleaning it up with some general purpose thinner. Checking over the whole frame, it's looking pretty good. As I check it, I can see if I've missed any areas and I can give those areas some more attention. But it's looking pretty good. Right, yeah, I'm ready to hit it with some paint. Alright, we've got the primer on there. Here goes nothing. Okay, finished the painting on the 125 frame. It's come out bloody awesome. This is 2-pack paint. It has a hardener and a reducer and obviously the paint. Anyone who's ever painted before would know how difficult it is to get behind areas like this and not get too much paint build up on the VIN number, but I've managed to get it behind there, and also you can still read the VIN number, so that was pretty good. The finish has come up quite good. Happy with the overall finish on the bike. Very hard to get into all behind these areas and not get too much paint build up on these areas here and cause it to run. But yeah, I've got it to not get any runs in it. Just take your time and you can get things like that pretty good. This area here was very difficult to paint, get in all the areas and not get too much paint build up on the easy to get areas, but it's come up pretty good. I'm happy with the result. It took a lot of work, especially stripping this frame down to bare metal. That's something that really takes a lot of time. So, but it's worth it when you look at the end result and you see a really nice frame. The reason I went for the black instead of the silvery grey that the bike came with is I want the black to really make the yellow pop. The black and yellow go really good together, and I wanted that sort of result. Plus, I already had the black paint here, so I didn't have to go and purchase any paint because I already had it. So that was another bonus. So basically the frame almost cost nothing to respray and get to this point, which is good. Keeps the cost of the bike to a minimum. There's already enough things that I'll have to purchase for the bike that I can't get away with. So I'm extremely happy with the way the frame has turned out. Excited to carry on with the next part of the project. Hey, watch this video next, or go to the Broken Sprocket video library and choose another top video. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. After all, it's for free and guaranteed to make your day 20% better. If you're already a subscriber and you're having a bad day, just think it could have been 20% worse. You can also follow Broken Sprocket on Instagram. So, I'll see you in the next video.